How are you today? I hope you're fine. It's Friday, and you know what that means. There's new music. All right, let's get into this. So, if you haven't seen the title, which I don't know how you wouldn't, it's a YouTube video, so I don't know. Anyway, so we are looking at Project Vengeance. Now, I heard about this when it very first started, and if you don't know what Project Vengeance is, originally they were known as the Big Six. Now, if that perked your ears up, that means that you've heard of this. And it originally consisted of Will Ramos from Lorna Shore, Taylor Barber from Left to Suffer, and then it was Chris Franzak from Attila and Joe Baldalato from Fit from an Autopsy. And then there were two others. I don't know. It was originally six. Then Chris left, and they brought in Darius Tarani, and then Joe Badalato, or Badalato. I don't know how you say his name. I apologize, Joe. I do love your work. But he left, so it went down to 5, and they couldn't use the name Big Six. So now the roster, just so everybody's all on the same page, is Will Ramos from Lorna Shore, Taylor Barber from Left to Suffer, Darius Tarani from Spite, Dickie Allen from Infinite Annihilator, and I think he was in another project as well at some point, and Tyler Shelton from Traitors. Now, if you haven't heard it already, they came out with a song a couple months ago called Cut, Bleed, Repeat. Fucking heavy as shit. I literally could not listen to it without either headphones or in the car. You do not want to listen to this music with, laptop speakers or really low end speakers. You need a good pair of headphones or a good sound system in general. So thankfully my car actually has some pretty decent speakers in it, and I got the full effect, and especially with the subs in the back, it is a fucking dream hearing the kicks. So, but today we're listening to Vessel, which is a new one that has come out, and if I'm not mistaken, it was written with hold on. It was penned, so the instrumental was penned by Nick Nocturnal. So if you don't know who Nick is, go check him out on YouTube. He's a great guy. Very, very talented musician. I wish I was nearly as talented as he was, especially with the ones and zeros. Don't know how he does it. It's in my blood, but I have yet to bring the blood to a boil to get a good sound on my own. Hence why my stuff is still in development. But he penned the entire instrumental, and knowing Nick and his actual talent for music writing, I'm very, very excited to see where this is going. So without any further ado, let's get into the song. I have to turn it up. So good. Breakdown. Come on. Ooh. Ah. Oh my god. That was so good. I was so happy with that. There are so many little nuances. There's so many things I wanted to see that I couldn't entirely pick out in the last song, and I'm glad that they did the visual this way. Kind of reminds me of how back in the day when Hollywood Undead was releasing songs and stuff, they decided to do well. There was a certain channel that did visualizers that showed who was singing at certain points, who was rapping, and if you were like a really well-known fan, or really, I wouldn't say cultured. If you were a really like educated fan, you would know who's singing what, each nuance of all that kind of stuff is. Man, I enjoyed that so much. Hold on, I want to go back to that breakdown. That breakdown was fucking amazing. So I don't remember who this is. I think this is Traitors. This is the guy from Traitors. And I'm not personally someone who's listened to Traitors in the past, but from the way his vocals are, I definitely need to. He sounds amazing. So I'm definitely going to jump into that eventually. If you guys want to see reactions to my first time ever listening to Traitors, let me know in the comments. Recommend what song you would recommend for me to listen to first. So if I've never listened to Traitors in the past, recommend what I should listen to for the very first time from Traitors to get an idea of what they are and who they sound or what their sound is. But I want to go back to this. Ugh. Dickie, man. This. Oh my god. Oh my god. I know I didn't show the video, but that's fine. So, first off, Nick, the instrumentals, man, I fucking applaud you so damn hard because the way that you've got certain things done, obviously the sound in the background, I can't specifically figure out what it is, but that high-pitched wailing, and I can't tell if it's guitar or synth or whatever it might be, I don't know. But the way that it's literally Taylor's tone and then just basically scaled all the way up and complementing it with it sounding like utter fucking chaos is amazing. It sounds so good. And the way they kind of all come in at the very end, we can't be contained. Like, yeah, it shows that this group's fucking no joke. And obviously with Dickie bringing in the like basically unintelligible noise, but people who listen to Dickie's projects such as Infinite Annihilator and there was one other one I can't remember anymore. I can't. I've been studying this stuff way too long. studying. Been listening to this stuff way too long, but it it sounds obviously super deep, dark, and nasty. And it's one of the things that I love about Dickie's voice is how much fucking range he has as far as his screams. And he, more than anybody, deserves to be in this list. Now, as far as the other guys, I don't know. Like, Lorna Shore and Left to Suffer, both Taylor and Will are amazing vocalists. And to be honest, they're probably one of the greatest vocalists of our deathcore generation. Um, but to say that they are part of this big six, or in this instance now Project Vengeance, which may not meant it's probably not meant to be the best, and if it's not, then I totally agree. You guys fucking kill it as you are, and this just goes to show that you guys deserve the fame and the recognition you're getting from projects that you've done. I mean, Left to Suffer, I've known actually before I even knew Taylor as the vocalist. I didn't know his name. I never interacted with him, but I've seen him on TikTok and I've seen all of his funny memes and all the shit that he's done. And he seems like a great guy. I'd love to meet him someday. And Will, obviously, projects with like Pain Remains, like listening to stuff like that. These guys have a shit ton of talent. Now, I can't say a ton for the guy from Spite. I don't think I've heard them before. And again, if you guys want to see me react to Spite for the very first time, I've never listened to Spite. Recommend a song that would be great for a very first listen to kind of get an idea of what they are. And then also with Traitors, I don't know a ton about them, but all of these guys seem extremely talented. So to that, my friends, I applaud you. It's just Project Vengeance is amazing. I have literally been waiting for this stuff to come out ever since Big Six was even rumored to be happening. And now I do wish that Joe from Fit for an Autopsy would have been in it, because he is an all-time of mine. I've listened to a lot of Fit for an Autopsy in the past, and his vocals would have been very interesting to hear in a collection with other deathcore singers. And I bet there's probably other songs he's been on with other vocalists and stuff that I would probably need to listen to. But man, instrumentals out of this park. Vocals obviously more than enough for this track, and it was a welcome surprise to see this on my feed this morning. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, feel free to let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want. I don't care. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.